Welcome to Maroc World. Tonight we have an exclusive interview with The Answer, who are playing together with the Dead Daisies at the Sold Out Backstage Hall in Munich. And we welcome the lead singer, Cormac Neeson. So, welcome in Munich, Cormac.
Thank you very much. Good to be back.
So,
very good.
Please tell us something about your new great album called Solas. It's the 6th album, and it's a little bit different. It's not a typical The Answer album, musically and lyrically. Please tell us something about this.
Yeah, I think, we've been making records for 10 years now. This is our 6th album, and for a number of different reasons, we felt that we needed to shake things up this time round, because you cannot continue to we can't continue to just keep doing what we do, in the end it will dry up, we felt we needed to experiment and have fun and kind of rediscover that passion that comes with just making music because it feels good, and not writing songs for any particular criteria for a label or for fans or for anybody other than The Answer, and that was a very liberating experience.
And it's got also some Gaelic Irish influences, which are very cool, I think.
Yeah, it's something that I think has been kind of lingering in the background our entire careers, this thing that, we're very proud Irishmen, and we were all brought up, to kind of with a love for Irish culture, the songs and the language and everything else that comes with it. But playing in a rock and roll band, we haven't really had as many opportunities as we would like to really express ourselves in that way. So this album, being experimental and left field as it is, it made a lot of sense to go down that road this time round.
So was this growing naturally within the last years, or this influence of Irish music?
Well, it's always been there, but I think this album's just been a great platform to embrace all these kind of influences that have been, as I say, lurking on the periphery, and it was good to be able to make those kind of things, those kind of flavours a bit more central to the general vibe of the record, So.
What's the response from the fans so far?
It's been good, we knew when we were making it, it would surprise people and shock people and maybe even put some people off. But our hardcore fans, especially, we're a good bit into our first tour of the record now. So, as always, we go down and meet our fans after the show, and the real kind of hardcore Answer fans are just, they're proud of us, They come up and that's the first thing they say. We're so proud of you guys, to have the courage to branch out and do something different, because, it was, I'm sure it wasn't an easy decision to make,
I think it's a good way to develop the music, because if you remember Led Zeppelin, when they changed from the second album to the third album, it was mostly an acoustic album. So it's always about developing music, and it's your way to do the music because it's your music.
Yeah.
And so this is my question now, as you are for sure always also playing all the songs from the other 5 albums. How much songs you play from the album Solas in the show?
We play a lot. I think we're playing 9 of the 11 songs.
Really?
Yeah,
so
because
so you changed the whole show more to the new album.
Yeah, because
wow.
I mean, this where we're at right now with having just made this new album, it's very much about change and surprising people and giving people something different to what they have come to expect from us.
Okay.
For better or worse, I think especially in the genre of rock and roll, you need to keep kind of evolving and trying to bring the music forward, and there's no point in making this brand new, different left field record if we're not going to take it on the road with us. So what you'll see tonight, it's a different kind of version of us,
Wow.
Still us, we obviously we play a few of the older songs as well in there, but it's very heavy on
So
Solas.
the plan is really to change the music into this new way
this is the thing. It all stems from the music a band makes and an artist makes.
Yes.
So, you know, we felt before we even started recording the record that we needed something different. We just needed to freshen things up on all fronts, you know?
Yes.
Like, right down to, you know, like, relationships within the band, the studio process, the way we write songs, and of course our live show as well, you know. But that all started, the only way you can do that, to affect change like that, is to write songs that are different. You know, so that was kind of where our heads were at, and where they're still at. You know?
It's a good decision.
Coming back to the album, what is the meaning of Solas?
It's the Gaelic word for light. You know, on this album there is kind of an inherent kind of struggle between light and darkness that threads through the record. You know, there's some songs that kind of reflect like a dark place I was at in my life, especially I think, and but also there's a lot of joy and optimism in this record, and that kind of, that, I suppose, pride in managing to get yourself out of a dark situation is very much a kind of ongoing theme in the record. So combined with the Celtic influence in the record in general, you know, the Irish word for light, solace, seemed like a good title.
Good. And I like the album cover.
It's really nice. In our opinion, this album is a timeless masterpiece, really. It's really great. With great arrangements, great folk melodies, and it's hard for us to point out one favorite song. Okay. What is your favorite song of this album, and why?
At the moment, it's probably Being Begotten. It's a super moody track, you know, and it like there's Irish instrumentation on there. There's a bouzouki being played throughout the song, and actually in the live show I play the bouzouki on stage.
Oh, wow.
So I feel like I've got an extra connection to the song now that we played it live a bunch of times. But it's just it's a real trippy song. It's kind of like The Doors meets like one of these old Irish folk bands that we were brought up on as kids, you know, and it's definitely reflective of the general tone of the record, I think.
That's great. Next question. If you would have to recommend an Answer album to a young fan that's just exploring the band, what would your album to be recommend from your history?
Oh, it's got to be the new one, of course. Of course, yeah. I mean, I think what's one of the things that's good about this record is the music, you know, the subject matter and the production and the songs. There's a relevance to it, rather than, it's not the kind of record where you're going to close your eyes and imagine you're back in the 80s, you know. That's not what this album's about. No. This is about forward thinking, and you know, if a young person is listening to music, young people are forever forward thinking and always, you know, moving forward at breakneck speed. So, you know, I would absolutely recommend Solas.
With this music, I think you don't need the hair. As long as a metal guy. Is this the next way
I don't think I've ever needed the hair, you know, but I just like it.
Okay. So, some general question: who are your heroes starting out playing music? Maybe some Irish musicians.
Yeah, sure.
Rory Gallagher.
Rory Gallagher. You know, we've had a few people come up to us in this tour and tell us they really hear Rory Gallagher's influence in the band now, where they didn't before, you know. That's partly to do because Paul plays the Strat on stage quite a lot these days, but Rory's in there. You know, some of the trad bands, the folk bands like Planksty and you know, the early Paul Brady stuff. You got some great new Irish traditional bands coming through: Bioga, Alana Henderson, Jardith Henderson. You know, you've got like the Bothy band. I could go on all day about Horslips as well. Would be in there, you know. Like that's the influences that we haven't talked about in the last 5 records. You know, I mean, you guys know everything, all the other parts. You know, the Zeppelins and the Free. Yes. And I mean, we haven't turned our back on those guys at all. But you know, as I say, this album's about bringing out different pools of influence that have always been there, but never come to the fore.
And you will be able now to also add some cover songs, maybe also from Rory.
Yeah, possibly. Well, we did do a cover of Cradle Rock.
Oh,
I think it's a bonus track on Raise a Little Hell, our fifth album, I think. Yeah, we played it on a European tour not so long ago. Actually, it went down pretty well in Germany now, I have to say.
What would be your favorite cover song you want to do a cover in the future?
I don't know.
This kind of music now.
Oh, this kind of music, yeah. I mean, I mean, every record we'll do one
because
cover track.
you do one.
Yeah,
cover
we do
with the
Money.
Pink Floyd cover,
Yeah.
which is Money.
Yeah.
Which is on the last track on the album.
It's also really great.
Yeah, it's a bonus song. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a bonus song, but it's a cover song. So why you did choose this song for this record?
Well, we picked that one because we did a gig in Abbey Road Studios recently, and we were asked to play one cover of a band that had recorded there, you know, and we
this
figured
was the reason. Okay.
we figured the Beatles was a bit obvious, so we went for Pink Floyd.
Cover the Beatles, yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Is there still anything, for sure it is, you haven't done yet musically and you think one day I really love to do that? Maybe playing in acoustic shows or something?
Yeah, you know, I mean, that's the beautiful thing about this album is it's completely opened up our options again, you know? It's like, it feels like this is our first record, we're starting all over again, you
Why
know?
not? Yeah.
You know, whenever like, you know, you weren't, back in the day whenever nobody knew what you did and nobody knew what to expect and you weren't pigeonholed as just another classic rock band, you know, so I don't know where this will take us, you know, musically, but I do know that it's going to push our boundaries and challenge ourselves, you know, for another bunch of years, and here's to it.
Please tell us a secret about yourself or the band that nobody knows, maybe a funny turbo secret or something.
A secret about the band that nobody knows.
No one's here from the band, so you can tell us everything.
Mickey Waters is currently doing an online degree in quantum physics.
Wow, is that true?
Yeah.
So congratulations.
Yeah, he hasn't got it
He
yet.
hasn't got it, so we put away the congratulations.
I was trying to get him to explain what do you call that Interstellar movie to me yesterday, but he couldn't do it. He couldn't do it. I still don't understand it.
Okay.
Cool. At least some words to your fans and mainly also the new fans of The Answer.
Yeah, you know, I mean, please check out our new album. Check out all 6 of our records, but if you're going to listen to one right now, make it Solace, and you know, we hope you enjoy it because we're in a good place right now and looking forward to the future.
Thank you. Have a great concert.
Thank you very much.
All right, mate.